So we are finally at the stage where you can start writing down some of the things you can do to hit your goal. I'm sure you thought this was probably where you were going to start, but I hope you would agree now that having done the mind flush and having thought, about all the things that you really want to achieve, you're in a much better place to be able to focus on your goal. So some of your goals may not be able to be completed in the 6 weeks, and I understand that. If you're paying off credit card debt, if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, if you're saving for something big, you're not going to be able to achieve that in the next 6 weeks, and that's okay. Just set a manageable goal, because the next 6 weeks are going to teach you the skills that you can repeat over and over again as you work towards your ultimate goal. The same thing is, some things aren't in your control. You can't guarantee that a customer is going to sign that purchase order, that you're going to get the sale. In theory, you can't guarantee that you're actually going to lose weight. But what you can do is control certain actions. If I eat enough salad and I work out hard enough, I'm probably going to lose weight. Same thing if you make enough sales calls, if you hold enough meetings, you are more likely to be able to close those sales. So I want you to think about your goal. Again, because I'm recording this video before the Facebook group is live, I don't actually know what your goal is, so it's very hard for me to give you specific examples. But if you've got a fitness goal, think of all the different ways that you can get fitter. If you've got a diet goal, what are all the ways that you could lose weight? If you are trying to save money, what are all the ways that you could save money? And you're going to list them all out here. And you're going to think about as many ways as you possibly can. Get creative, make it fun, make it enjoyable, and just keep listing out until you run out of ideas. So if you want to stop the video and come back, you can. When you've kind of brainstormed all those ideas and got them out on paper, then I want you to ask the questions that are on the next sheet, because it just makes you think a little bit differently. If your life depended on you hitting your goal, you would probably think a lot differently to the things that you've just written down. If my life depended on losing 15 pounds, I could eat lettuce for the next 6 weeks and work out like a crazy person, and I would definitely hit my goal. And when you think like that, it just makes you a little bit more creative and a little bit more determined. Another question that I like to ask is, think of someone who has already achieved your goal. What would they do differently? So if you have a career goal, think about someone that you work with or maybe works for a competitor who has hit the goal that you've set. If you are, trying to hit a financial goal or save for something, think about someone who's good with money. What would they do if they were in your situation? And then if time, money, and skill were no barrier, what could you do? Again, that kind of takes you away from the limitations that you put on yourself when you ask that question. And if you truly believe that anything was possible, what would you do? And then if you could get up from wherever you're watching this video right now and do one thing that would impact your goal, what would it be? Often we always wait for the right time to do something, but sometimes you could literally stand up right now and do something that would impact your goal. So when you've answered all of those questions, you can pause the video and come back, and then you need to prioritize. So many times people think, well, they set goals and they take the action to hit that goal, and it's too hard, it's something that they don't enjoy, and something that is really, really difficult. I want you to go through the list of all the actions that you could take to hit your goal, and I want you to prioritize it. But I want you to prioritize it based either on the things that you're going to enjoy the most, because you'll stick with those, the things that are easiest for you, because you'll stick with those, or the things that are going to have the biggest impact. So using my weight loss goal, I can't eat lettuce for 6 weeks, but that would probably have the biggest impact on my weight loss goal. So if I combined eating lettuce with running, which I love, I would probably have, a pretty good weight loss result. If you hate cold calling, don't make it, but it gives you a really good result. Don't just rely on cold calling to hit a sales goal. Do some other things, work with existing customers and try and sell them, a bigger or better contract to hit your goal. Combine some things that you're good at, some things that you enjoy and come easily to you, with some things that are much more difficult and create a bigger impact. And go through your list and prioritize your list. When you've done that, I want you to decide what are going to be your top 3 priorities, those things that you are going to do over the next week before this challenge officially starts on November 9th. Just to get you started. November 9th, I will actually go into much more detail about how you can structure your day and how you can fit in more than 3 things that will allow you to hit your goal. But for right now, I just want you to choose the 3 things, either something that's going to have the most impact, something that you enjoy the most, or something that you are the best at, because those are the 3 things that are going to get you to your goal. When you've chosen those 3 things, I want you to write down what your number 1 priority is here. And I want you to write it because that makes you commit to what you're going to do. And I want you to decide when you're going to do it. I would also like you to schedule it on your phone. So for example, if you commit to running every time you come home from work, and you know that you'll be home from work at 6 o'clock, I want a loud alarm set on your phone to go off at 6 p.m. every day, so that you go, oh, yeah, I planned on going for a run. And it stops you doing whatever you were doing before and makes you remember the goal that you set. Same thing if you say, I'm going to cold call every morning between 9 and 10 a.m. Set an alarm for 9 a.m. so that alarm goes off and reminds you what you'd committed to. Same thing, your second priority and your third priority. Write down what you're going to do, the action that you're going to take that's going to get you closer to your goal, and what time of day and what days you're going to do it. And that is just your commitment. You may, if you're super organized, you may want to do more than 3 things. Don't. We'll get into that next week, how you can do more to hit your goal. But for right now, 3 things is more than enough. If you only want to commit to doing 1 thing and you're going to do it every single day, that's enough. I just want you to commit to doing something that moves you closer to your goal. So when you've done all of that, I want you to come back to this video, because the final step is I want you, as soon as this video stops, to commit to doing 1 thing right now that is going to move you towards your goal. So for example, if you've decided that you need to learn a new skill that will make you more efficient, when you stop this video, I want you to download a YouTube video that will teach you that. If you're going to work out at home, I want you to download that fitness app that you are going to work out to. If you are going to save money, I want you to plan to make coffee in the morning rather than going to Starbucks. I want you to do 1 thing right now that is going to get you closer to your goal, because when you take that first action, it builds momentum and gets you excited about your goal. So I believe in you. I know you can do this. Make sure that you go through all of the exercises in the workbook, and just keep dipping into the Facebook group. I'm going to be posting things throughout this week, and then on Friday I will be posting the first training video, which will go into time management and how you can make more time each day to be able to hit your goal and really make an impact. Because like I said in one of the training videos, what I teach, going back to this is the part that we're going to deal with in week 1. How you can make more time, how you can become more organized so that you can make the time to take the action to hit your goal. So I am very excited, and I will see you soon.